Alright, so we'll get started on this. So other day I walk past, right? Last night matter of fact. Last night I walk past this plaza, this store, right? And me see them a show this party, this new opening party for this woman. She has started her own business as well. And she used to they share the space with her husband, and then she go and have her space, right? Kind of separate from each other. Now while me I walk past, what me observe is that she have this big party, everybody there, food, good vibe, good energy. And then when you look over upon her husband, well, ex space, you realize team space, the lockdown, it just dark, and it really and truly when like display the life, like what you ain't really show me two worlds, like the world of a man and the world of a woman. Because when a woman separate from a man, like she always get all this support, all this energy, new chapter, etc., etc. But when when the man separate, right, the man, what he might experience is just loneliness by himself. Nobody did it for him. You understand me? And that man really powerful. Like me observe it, I'm learning a deep lesson. I'm say, whoa, this is how most men they make women the light of the world, because they never have a social environment for themselves. So most men they in isolation and them have socialization through them wives. Now, a fascinating thing about that, most people that look on it and say, oh, I'm a woman fault of society, etc., etc. I don't know. No, I really and truly not a woman's fault. I kind of the man's fault. I like an individual basis, because what happens is that men, and necessarily society, just biologically how we design, we focus upon utility and purpose and function. Like all our relationships, even for me, all the friendships that I have, all the relationships that I have, it only focus upon purpose, like how valuable this individual is to my mission. The more valuable a person is to my mission, the more I engage with them. The less valuable they are, the less I engage with them. And I realize that that's how I just do it naturally. Like I just realize that with my life. But that kind of can create one pyramid. You see, the entire human experience, it result into a pyramid. That's why human beings rebuild pyramids all across the world. Even in the hierarchical systems where we have all pyramids, everything on one pyramid. So just like how one wasp always build they hive and same thing with the bees and the bird build nest, humans go build pyramids constantly, because that is what is within us, a pyramid. So I'm going to show you what happened. Right? So this triangle, that inside of it, we as a human being, that just inside of it. So what happened? You just lock yourself in. You lock yourself in at the top, just like how one pyramid stay. Once you go at the top of that, you can't go now, or you just go drop down. You can't go no further. You just drop down. So as men, because we're underdeveloped emotionally, most men don't have platonic friendship. Like for example, my mom would keep relationships with people overseas that she know from childhood, years, the decades, and just still I keep the friendship going, call, checking on each other, all those type of stuff. But like when I look for my dad, like no, you not do that. Like you have like one friend, like when I check in on, but for the most part, the men just they just stay by themselves. They just really just focus on what they might do, like function, like the relationships that they have are just based on your workmate, church mate, or you and them know each other in a specific zone. So that's why I want to interact. But apart from that, men don't have that communal relationship. Men don't just have platonic friendships. They don't just have friendship when them keep because of the emotional value where them get from it. Them only have friendships where they keep because of the purpose of the literal transactional value where them get from it. So when we realize this, because may I tell you say it's scary, shocking to see. Yeah, they must not scary, because you don't want to end up like that. That's why when most men go through divorce, when you watch the media, even in like cartoons, they will show you a scene, say the man in an apartment by himself in the dark. Just, probably even a cry. And that is true, because men don't have emotional support groups. When we keep my space, I'm talk with reason with my brothers, I realize what would I usually happen. I say we are talking about business, right? We are talking about business, marketing, all these different kind of stuff. And the conversation would naturally, listen to, I kid you not, the conversation would just gradually progress into woman relationship, and just they would just start venting. They would start cuss about why women you can't compromise a woman, etc., etc. I just look upon it, and I laugh, right? I just smile, and I say, wait, interesting. I literally watch this happen countless times, and I say, why this take place all the time? And I realized when I start studying it and do some research, when I listen to the talking points of all of these men when I pour out them heart, when men feel safe in our space, them start bring up the things them when them keep repressed. And a lot of men have a lot of emotions repressed, especially from previous relationship, previous past hurt, past trauma. All these negative things then just compile. Even with things when they go through with their family, all them something they don't have more outlet, they don't have nobody to talk to because as a man you're told to handle your stuff, handle your business. You understand me? Don't show enough emotion. If you start showing emotion, then things say you're weak. You understand me? And if you start talk, them say you're complain. You understand me? So it's like you know that subconsciously and you reinforce, and the worst part about it, you reinforce that to other men, you know. Other men, when other men start pour out, you start saying, somebody always chat about their feelings. And so you start thinking about it, so it's like we police each other, and we say, alright, don't bother to that. And I tell them, say, yo, we create the prison. You see, men, let me show you a prison, let's be honest. You see, men, we create the prison where we live in right now. You see, the emotionless prison where we have, and we create it as men. We can't blame women, we can't blame society. How we do it to ourselves? How we actually, like, me I look funny right now, how we do it to ourselves? Because we are seeing people where if a man start pouring emotion, you start seeing someone that's soft for that. You understand? We I see a man with that, you know. So therefore, when we in our emotional situation, we don't have nobody we can turn to. We there by ourselves. And we have to process emotion by ourselves. That's why I take up journaling. I tell you, that's one of the most powerful thing. Spending time with yourself and start journal. If you are a man and have much of an outlet and have no friend group where you can like share the deep emotional things that we have got through, definitely take up a book and start write. I tell you that. And if you want to teach most of young youths them that, let me tell you how to even solve the Jamaican what you call again literacy problem, and most youths can't even write properly in a high school. Let me tell the youths them to start journaling thoughts and feelings. Because we don't condition them so don't talk about it. But if you want to teach them, say if you feel a way, you know, you just write it down on a piece of book, and then if you know anybody read it, go bunny up. You understand me? But on a serious message, then go just write it down. They will start build up their literacy, them writing skills. So that's a very powerful thing. But truth being told, back to the matter is that a lot of men would encourage you. Me even go me this myself. So yeah, may encourage you. Start develop relationships like emotional base, like emotion base. And a lot of men don't understand that because even unfortunately most men, even if they grow and they never have their dad around, even if you have a dad around, your relationship never emotional. Like a dad, relationship very transactional. Remember when we were younger, this is how you can honest free. The relationship I have with my dad as a young youth was mostly like functional. Alright? You do your homework, or come do your homework, come read the Bible, come get lunch money. I say we're very transactional. I never want deep emotional relationship. So therefore when I grow up, even when you come to other men, like you can't have one relationship where deeper than just like the value where we are exchanging right now, like the purpose behind it. And that's pretty deep. So all of them are, you know, I'm sure you're free. All of them something that we experience, like come back to your childhood. That's why you must spend time with yourself now. Because you can't go back to your childhood. Even if you want to find a purpose, go back to your childhood. Everything come from that 7-year period or whatever. Like just your development, your formative years, that are the root cause of most of your life, things that play out right now. You dwell from this. So you have to learn to go back in to spend some time with yourself. Write down these things, reflect on it. Whoa, if your parents them pass away, you have to learn how to bring out them emotions, like them trapping in your nervous system. You have to learn to process it and so you can grow. And when I say most people don't emotionally develop, what I mean by that is that I remember this lady when I talked to earlier, like she had explained to me she got through one very traumatic event with a member of her family, right? And what happened to her is that like she ended up desiring men like who remind her of that member of her family, right? And even when she's an adult, and that happened to her as a child, and even when she's an adult, she start, you know, she still got from that moment forward. She always desire men who just have the same characteristics as that guy. And me look at it and it shocked me. Come here and say, voila, what? Like yeah, because you're an adult now, like because still like right there. So even though me I never want a psychiatrist, like me fully understand so she ain't stuck in that, like she fully developed, like she grew, but she ain't stuck. She ain't still stuck emotionally as that child in that area of her life, and she recreate that scenario over and over again in every relationship, even as an adult. Now that many explain that when we realize that people 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 can grow like physically, biologically mature, but they're not emotionally mature. They're not past certain parts in them emotional development, so they still want child. Them still like 15 and still 14, 12, and still stuck at that age emotionally, even different areas of their life. So fascinating thing. So that's a powerful lesson when we learn. We go teach you, we go encourage you as a man, like develop a friend group. Most men after they graduate high school, their friend them just slowly fade away. So develop a friend group once again. Like have friends, have people you hang out with. Not talk idling friends, but you must have like real people you can spend time with, where you can have emotional discussions, where you can talk about your feelings with. As a man, you have to create one environment, one social circle where you can do that, and there so you can process it. You can process it without judgment. Cause a lot of men, this is the next thing too. The reason why I keep it so bottled up, because you feel like if you share it, then go judge you. Especially even those things say are weak. Then those things say, oh, this is you're weak. Right? So that's how you keep it bottled up. But you need to find a space where you can just share, you can open up, and from there, so you go grow. Like you just go just naturally, cause if you pressure bust pipe, and that's so much man I get heart attack nowadays.